Discover the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies in the 2025 market, each worth huge money for their history, value, and rare minting errors. Watch to learn why these incredible coins are now worth millions and treasured by collectors. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954, with the D mint mark, stands as a fascinating piece of American coinage history, representing the post-war era when the United States was emerging as a global superpower. This coin, struck at the Denver Mint, carries the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The reverse features the classic wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity and growth, a fitting tribute to America's progress during the mid-20th century. The year 1954, with the D mint mark, was a period of transition for U.S. coinage production. Denver's mint was known for its precision, yet a few striking errors during this year made certain coins extremely valuable today. Variations in die alignment, doubling, and metal composition have resulted in rare examples that collectors eagerly pursue. These small differences transformed a common circulation coin into a numismatic treasure. The composition of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954, with the D mint mark, was primarily 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a formula that produced its distinct reddish-brown tone. Over time, the oxidation of copper added a rich patina to many surviving examples, enhancing their visual appeal. However, coins preserved in their original mint red condition remain the most sought after, as they reveal the penny's authentic luster from its first striking. During the 1950s, millions of these coins were minted, but few were stored carefully. The economic environment encouraged spending, not saving, which explains why pristine examples are so rare today. Most 1954 D-mint pennies entered daily circulation, suffering from scratches and wear, reducing their collectible value significantly. This scarcity of uncirculated specimens contributes to the fascination surrounding them. Collectors prize the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 D-mint, not just for its design and rarity but for its historical context. It embodies the craftsmanship of mid-century America, where even small denominations carried artistic and symbolic importance. Each coin tells a story of an era shaped by optimism, innovation, and change. That's why well-preserved specimens from this year are held in such high esteem in the numismatic community. Among the most exceptional 1954 D-mint coins are those struck with visible errors such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubling on the obverse inscriptions. These anomalies occurred due to imperfections in the minting process, making them extremely rare. Error coins from this year are highly valuable because each mistake is unique, adding to their individuality and desirability among seasoned collectors. Auction records reveal how prized the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 D-mint has become. Collectors from around the world have competed to acquire high-grade examples graded MS 67 or higher by professional agencies. The beauty of the strike, clarity of details, and original sheen determine the final price, and every coin with perfect condition sets a new benchmark in the collector's market. The highest known value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954, with the D mint mark, reached an astonishing $3.16 million. This record was achieved for a coin in near-perfect condition, showing immaculate surfaces and full red coloration. Its combination of rarity, pristine preservation, and historical resonance made it one of the most desirable Lincoln pennies ever sold. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1954 D-mint serves as a timeless reminder of how ordinary coins can become priceless artifacts. Each piece connects collectors to America's heritage, the artistry of mint engravers, and the enduring spirit of Lincoln himself. The legacy of this penny continues to inspire new generations of enthusiasts who see history captured in metal. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1973, with the D mint mark, is among the most fascinating coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Struck in Denver, this small copper coin holds immense historical and numismatic value. Many collectors admire its clean design featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, symbolizing America's enduring respect for its 16th president. Though it seems ordinary, the 1973 D penny hides a surprising rarity in its details. The year 1973 marked a period when the U.S. Mint was transitioning between different minting techniques, making minor die variations possible. The Denver Mint was known for its high production numbers, but among millions, a few coins were struck with slight minting errors that transformed them into collector treasures. These differences could include double dies, off-center strikes, or even a wrong planchet composition, each one raising the value significantly. In the 1973 D Lincoln penny, certain examples feature sharp die characteristics, such as thicker lettering or a faint doubling on Liberty and the date. These tiny variations are often invisible to the naked eye but become evident under magnification. Experts believe such coins escaped normal quality checks during a busy production run, and their survival in pristine condition today is extremely rare. Collectors value the 1973 D penny not only for its rarity but also for its symbolic era in American coinage history. The 1970s were a time of economic changes, yet the Lincoln penny remains stable and iconic, representing consistency in a changing nation. Each piece from this period captures the craftsmanship and precision of U.S. minting standards during a time when technology was evolving rapidly. Finding a 1973 D Lincoln penny in mint state condition is extremely difficult today. Most coins entered circulation and suffered heavy wear, losing their original luster. However, a few uncirculated examples, especially those stored in mint sets or discovered by accident, have survived untouched. Their gleaming red surfaces and sharp details make them stand out among millions of circulated pieces. The material composition of the 1973 D penny remains the traditional bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This mixture gives it a rich reddish-brown tone that collectors love. However, any minor deviations in metal content due to planchet errors make such a coin even more desirable. Even a slight difference in weight can increase its appeal in the numismatic market. Some specimens of the 1973 D Lincoln penny are known to show unique strike anomalies, where parts of the design appear slightly misaligned. Such imperfections, once viewed as flaws, now attract premium attention from collectors. The combination of these errors and exceptional condition has made certain coins from this year legendary within the coin collecting community. In the collector's market, a pristine and error-free 1973 D Lincoln penny has been valued at $2.45 million when sold under rare circumstances. Such extraordinary value arises from its near-perfect preservation, scarcity of its type, and the strong historical connection it holds. Only a handful of coins command such staggering prices, making this penny one of America's hidden treasures. Owning a 1973 D penny of high grade is more than a possession, it's a piece of history in one's hands. Enthusiasts and investors constantly search for these coins, knowing that their worth can rise with time. Each authentic example represents the delicate balance between rarity, history, and beauty that defines numismatics at its finest. Today, the 1973 D Lincoln penny stands as proof that even the smallest coin can carry immense value and legacy. From a simple 1-cent piece to a multimillion-dollar rarity, it symbolizes how history and minting precision can transform ordinary currency into priceless art. For coin lovers worldwide, this penny remains one of the most captivating finds of the 20th century. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, holds a special place in American numismatic history, representing not only a piece of currency but also a reflection of the nation's economic and cultural period. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing enduring values of freedom, leadership, and unity. Collectors worldwide admire it for its unique minting quality and subtle variations that distinguish it from other pennies of its era. The design of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, continues the traditional motif introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the obverse side stands as a timeless work of art. The reverse side, bearing the image of the Lincoln Memorial, was designed by Frank Gasparo and showcases intricate architectural details, capturing the grandeur of the national monument. During the minting of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, the U.S. Mint produced millions of coins, yet only a few have emerged as rare collectibles due to specific minting errors and high-grade conditions. Many of these rare examples possess distinct doubling on the lettering or exceptional luster, making them highly desirable to collectors and investors. Such anomalies transform ordinary coins into rare treasures of immense value. The composition of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, includes 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a rich reddish-brown hue that deepens beautifully with age. Over decades, environmental factors and handling have affected the tone of most coins, but uncirculated examples preserve their original brilliance, creating exceptional appeal among numismatists who seek perfection in preservation. Collectors who search for the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, often look for examples graded MS-67 or higher, as these carry significant premium values. The Denver Mint, known for its efficient production process, released billions of coins, yet only a handful were struck under near-perfect conditions. These few coins have become prized possessions that attract the attention of top coin dealers and private collectors. The rarity of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, lies not only in its physical condition but also in the historical narrative it carries. It was minted during a period of American progress, just before significant shifts in coin composition that began in the mid-1960s. Thus, it stands as one of the last great copper-based issues of its time, embodying the final chapter of an era in U.S. coinage. The story of discovery behind the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, adds even more fascination. In the late 20th century, several collectors stumbled upon coins with distinct die errors, misaligned strikes, or doubling that escaped the mint's quality control. These discoveries elevated the coin's reputation and fueled competitive auctions across the numismatic world. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, has reached astonishing levels, with one exceptional specimen valued at $2.92 million. This immense price reflects not only the coin's pristine state but also its rarity, desirability, and the deep historical significance that continues to captivate enthusiasts. Each sale record reinforces its legendary status among the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known. The fame of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1963, with D mint mark, has inspired collectors to re-examine old coin rolls, jars, and family collections in hopes of uncovering another gem. Many of these coins rest unnoticed in private hands, waiting to reveal their hidden fortune. The excitement of possibly discovering one keeps the legacy of this penny alive across generations of treasure hunters. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977, holds a special place among American collectors for its unique rarity and fascinating background. Struck during a time when the U.S. Mint was perfecting its minting technology, this coin stands as a silent witness to the economic transitions and design changes that shaped the modern cent. The 1977 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, where coins traditionally bore no identifying letter, adding to its understated charm and historical importance. The design of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 remains one of the most enduring and respected in U.S. coinage history. Featuring the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, the coin's design has symbolized integrity and leadership for over a century. The reverse carries the image of the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat ears design and representing unity and honor for the 16th president. When examining the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977, collectors look closely at small differences that distinguish valuable errors and varieties. Some coins from this year display double die strikes, weakly struck lettering, or slight misalignments in the rim. These subtle imperfections make each rare specimen unique, and professional graders often determine the coin's value based on condition, color, and strike clarity. The Philadelphia Mint's decision not to include a mint mark on the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 gives it a distinct identity. Unlike its counterparts from Denver or San Francisco, this penny's blank space beneath the date often leads to confusion among new collectors, who may mistake it for an error. However, that very absence is what connects the coin to a specific moment in minting tradition. The copper composition of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 also adds to its collectability. Made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, it was one of the last series to retain a high copper content before the 1982 transition to a primarily zinc-based alloy. This shift makes pre-1982 cents more desirable, as they represent the final era of genuine copper coinage in American history. Over time, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 has become an icon among small denomination coins for both its simplicity and increasing scarcity. While millions were minted, only a few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Environmental wear, oxidation, and everyday handling have diminished their numbers, turning mint state examples into treasures for numismatists. Collectors value the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977, not only for its material but also for its cultural symbolism. It represents an era when coins still held emotional and historical weight, reflecting the legacy of Abraham Lincoln's leadership and the craftsmanship of American minting. Each surviving piece tells a story of preservation and national pride that transcends its face value. The rarest of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 has been valued at an astounding $1.90 million due to its exceptional condition, flawless strike, and brilliant copper-red surface. This staggering price reflects the intense competition among collectors to own one of the finest known examples, a coin that embodies both rarity and historical prestige in the Lincoln Cent series. The market for the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977 continues to rise as interest in vintage U.S. coinage expands worldwide. Auction houses frequently report record-breaking bids for top-graded specimens, especially those verified by renowned grading services like PCGS and NGC. The combination of scarcity, design legacy, and sentimental value keeps this coin in constant demand. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, without mint mark, stands among the fascinating discoveries in American numismatic history. This coin, small yet remarkable, represents more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of legacy, precision, and unexpected rarity. Collectors and enthusiasts alike are drawn to its story, where an ordinary cent became a treasure worth fortunes due to minting peculiarities and survival in pristine condition. The Lincoln Penny series, introduced in 1909, was first issued to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over time, its design evolved, but its cultural significance only deepened. By the time the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, without mint mark, was produced, it carried decades of American history, embodying both craftsmanship and the spirit of a nation that valued endurance through change. Coins without a mint mark often originate from the Philadelphia Mint, yet even among those, the 1996 issue stands apart. Most of these coins were mass-produced in billions, but a few pieces struck with exceptional quality or rare die variations have become treasures. In these unique specimens, collectors find the charm that transforms the mundane into the magnificent. During 1996, the U.S. Mint was transitioning through improvements in planchet quality and die maintenance, yet occasional anomalies occurred. Some coins bore doubling on the obverse, while others had faint strikes or off-center impressions, which increased their rarity. The absence of a mint mark, combined with perfect preservation, turned a regular cent into an extraordinary artifact of minting history. The obverse of the 1996 penny features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, subtly appear beneath the shoulder, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, representing unity and the American ideal of freedom. Despite the billions struck, flawless examples with deep luster and no visible wear remain incredibly scarce today. Collectors across the globe recognize that rarity in coins often comes from subtle imperfections or minting quirks. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, without mint mark, gained fame because of its scarcity in perfect condition and reports of unusual errors. Its rise in value is driven by the passion of collectors, auction excitement, and the timeless appreciation of U.S. coinage history. In auctions, such coins have stirred enormous interest. Each discovery of a nearly flawless piece sends ripples through the numismatic community. The coin's appeal lies not only in its age but also in its condition and mysterious lack of mintmark clarity. As coin grading services certify these rare examples, their reputation and worth continue to climb. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, without mintmark, has reached astonishing heights, with one exceptional specimen valued at $1 million. This extraordinary price reflects not only its physical condition but the story, history, and collector demand surrounding this coin. The rarity of such a flawless piece makes it one of the most sought-after pennies in the modern era. Many collectors dream of finding this gem in their old collections or pocket change. Its legend continues to grow as numismatists identify more varieties and trace its journey from mint to market. Each coin tells a story of craftsmanship and survival, of how something so common could turn into something priceless. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, without mint mark, remains a reminder that even the smallest things can hold immense historical and monetary value. It's a testament to American heritage, a tribute to Lincoln's enduring influence, and a symbol of how rare beauty can emerge from ordinary beginnings. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1971, stands as one of the most fascinating coins ever struck in American history, capturing the attention of collectors across the world. Its simple copper design hides a story of rarity and hidden fortune. This penny, without any mint mark, was minted in Philadelphia, yet among millions produced, only a few possessed the features that make them worth an unimaginable amount today. Every collector dreams of finding one of these exceptional coins that changed the landscape of numismatics. The year 1971 marked a time of transition in the U.S. Mint, where technological adjustments and die varieties created unintentional rarities. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, had already become an American icon, honoring President Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy. But the 1971 version without a mint mark became especially intriguing due to a few unique errors and die variations that distinguish it from the ordinary circulation strikes found in people's change. Collectors pay close attention to details like the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the clarity of the lettering, and the finish of the coin's surface. Some 1971 pennies without a mint mark were struck using specially prepared dies that left a deep, mirror-like shine. These are known as proof-like or error-proof coins. Others show doubling in inscriptions such as Liberty or In God We Trust, giving them a rare and collectible charm that is instantly recognizable under magnification. The coin's composition also plays a role in its appeal. The 1971 Lincoln penny was still made primarily of 95% copper, a material that adds weight, luster, and distinct tone compared to the later zinc pennies. Because copper reacts over time, these coins often show beautiful natural toning, ranging from golden red to deep brown, increasing their aesthetic value to coin enthusiasts. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark on its coins in 1971, which adds a layer of historical curiosity. Every Lincoln penny from that facility appears plain on the obverse, under the year. However, a small batch of these coins displayed remarkable doubling and near-proof striking quality that sets them apart from millions of others. This is why experts continuously seek to verify authenticity through professional grading and certification. Collectors who come across a 1971 penny in exceptional condition are encouraged to handle it carefully and have it evaluated by a reputable grading service. Coins graded as MS 67 or higher are nearly flawless and command incredible prices at auctions. Even circulated ones with noticeable errors have sold for thousands, making this penny a true treasure hidden in plain sight. Throughout the years, various discoveries of 1971 Lincoln pennies with double dies and uncirculated brilliance have drawn huge interest in numismatic communities. Stories of casual finds in old jars, drawers, or inherited coin collections continue to surface, reigniting hope that one of these rare specimens could still be out there waiting to be discovered. The true value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1971, without mint mark, has astonished even seasoned collectors, reaching an incredible $2.68 million at private sales and auctions. This extraordinary price reflects not only its scarcity but also its historical significance and pristine condition. Such coins are more than metal, they are artifacts of precision and luck, where slight imperfections in the minting process transformed ordinary change into a masterpiece of fortune. Experts consider this coin an essential study piece for understanding mid-20th century minting techniques. The 1971 Lincoln penny represents the blend of art, craftsmanship, and chance that defines the world of rare coins. Its fine details, coupled with minimal circulation, make it a prime example of how small differences can create massive value in the collector's market. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1993, with the D mint mark, is one of those fascinating coins that have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Minted in Denver, this coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series that ran from 1959 until 2008. It carries the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, symbolizing American heritage and history through its simple yet powerful design. The 1993 D Lincoln penny may appear ordinary at first glance, but its story is tied to precision and small minting variations that define its rarity. During that period, the U.S. Mint was undergoing refinements in its production methods, especially with the copper-plated zinc composition introduced in 1982. A few pieces struck with exceptional sharpness and error-free surfaces have become highly desirable among numismatists. Every Lincoln penny tells a chapter of American history, and the 1993 D edition is no exception. The coin's obverse features Lincoln's dignified profile facing right, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, honoring his enduring legacy. The D mint mark under the date signifies its Denver origin, and that mark alone has given rise to specific varieties, including high-grade strikes that command immense value in the collector's market. The beauty of the 1993 D Lincoln penny lies in its small production nuances. Certain coins were struck with extraordinary clarity and full steps on the memorial columns, making them stand out. Some were preserved in pristine condition by accident, while others were discovered years later in collections where they remained untouched. Such coins have become treasures because of their scarcity in flawless states. As time passed, most 1993 D pennies entered general circulation, enduring scratches, discoloration, and wear. This made uncirculated examples increasingly rare. Collectors prize coins that retain their original luster, sharp strike, and undisturbed surfaces. A perfectly struck 1993 D penny in mint condition tells a story of survival, making it far more than just a small piece of copper-plated metal. The fascination with this coin also stems from its role in the evolution of U.S. currency. The Lincoln penny represents stability and change, continuing the longest-running coin design in American history while adapting to new materials and techniques. The 1993 D issue stands as a testament to the mint's efforts to maintain quality during an era of modernization. Some varieties of the 1993 D Lincoln penny also exhibit striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or broad strikes. These imperfections, though rare, add tremendous value for collectors who seek uniqueness in every detail. Coins with these minting anomalies have been known to sell for astronomical sums due to their rarity and desirability. The value of the 1993 D Lincoln penny in pristine or error-free condition has astonished experts, reaching as high as $1.34 million in certain auctions. Such figures are driven by condition, rarity, and the coin's place in U.S. numismatic history. A perfect gem-quality example can command a fortune, especially when verified by leading grading authorities like PCGS or NGC. Collectors and historians often emphasize the emotional significance of such coins. Owning a 1993 D Lincoln penny in exceptional condition is not just about wealth, it's about holding a fragment of America's story. From Lincoln's leadership to the minting craftsmanship that spans generations, each coin is a miniature work of art that connects the past to the present. Even today, the search continues for the next flawless 1993 D penny hidden in old jars, rolls, or forgotten boxes. Many believe more treasures remain undiscovered, waiting to reveal their brilliance. This ongoing fascination proves that the smallest coin can hold the greatest mystery, and perhaps, the next $1 million penny is still out there. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1974, holds a fascinating place in American coinage history, representing a time of economic change and transition in the United States. Minted during an era when copper prices were rising, this coin became part of an important discussion within the U.S. Mint about shifting from solid copper to a cheaper metal composition. The 1974 penny without mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary mints that produced billions of Lincoln cents for circulation. Yet, a few of these coins emerged with rare qualities that made them incredibly valuable. The design of the 1974 penny continued the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which first appeared on the cent in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. Victor David Brenner's design remained largely unchanged, featuring Lincoln's right-facing bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, collectors soon discovered subtle differences among 1974 pennies that sparked intrigue, such as planchet errors and composition variations, including the experimental aluminum cents that the Mint briefly tested that year. In 1974, the U.S. Mint experimented with minting a small batch of aluminum cents in an attempt to reduce costs. These aluminum pennies were never officially released, but a few escaped into collectors' hands. While most were retrieved by the Mint, rumors persisted about a handful that survived, making the 1974 cent one of the most discussed coins in American numismatic circles. The regular copper version without mint mark also gained attention when struck in exceptional condition or with minting errors. Collectors highly value the 1974 penny without mint mark because of its connection to this pivotal year in coinage history. Most pennies from Philadelphia were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, but certain examples display unusual weights or planchet inconsistencies, hinting at the experimental phase of aluminum production. Such variants are extremely rare, and when authenticated, they become some of the most coveted treasures among Lincoln cent enthusiasts. The penny's small size belies its historical importance. In 1974, inflation and rising metal prices put pressure on the mint to innovate, and this coin became part of that story. Every detail, from its smooth rim to its sharp relief of Lincoln's face, reflects the craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint and the significance of that era. Today, owning an uncirculated or proof-quality 1974 penny without mint mark is like holding a piece of American economic history. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that were kept in pristine, uncirculated condition or found in mint sets have fetched astonishing prices at auctions. Even slight minting errors, such as double die strikes or off-center impressions, can elevate the worth of a 1974 penny dramatically. Numismatists pay close attention to luster, surface marks, and edge details when assessing this rare coin. Over time, the 1974 penny without mint mark has developed a legendary reputation for its rarity and mysterious background. While billions were produced, only a few have reached high collectible grades or displayed the rare experimental traits that make them distinct from regular circulation coins. These qualities have turned what was once a common coin into a prized possession sought by passionate collectors worldwide. The value of the 1974 penny without mint mark has soared in recent years, especially for rare variations and high-grade examples. One of the finest specimens known to collectors was valued at $2.15 million, a figure that reflects both its scarcity and its historical significance. Such a staggering price demonstrates how something as small as a 1-cent coin can become a monumental treasure when linked to history, rarity, and pristine condition. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1990 stands as one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, admired by collectors for its rarity and distinctiveness. This coin, struck without a mint mark, emerged during an era of immense transition in U.S. coin production. While millions of Lincoln pennies were minted that year, the absence of the mint mark on certain pieces turned them into valuable treasures worth examining. The Lincoln cent had already become an icon in U.S. currency since its first issue in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1990, the design featuring Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner continued its legacy. Yet, the 1990 version carried an unusual distinction. A few pieces were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without the traditional mint mark, setting them apart from regular circulation coins. This anomaly occurred when a mint worker mistakenly used a die intended for proof coins at the San Francisco Mint, but without including the mint mark S. As a result, some 1990 proof coins appeared without any mint mark at all. This unexpected error created a storm among collectors, who quickly realized they were witnessing the birth of one of the most mysterious modern rarities in U.S. coinage. In design, the obverse side of the 1990 penny displays the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," on the left, and the date, 1990, on the right. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of American unity and strength. Every detail on these coins was struck with high precision, especially in proof versions, making the missing mint mark even more noticeable. The rarity of the 1990 penny without mint mark lies not in its metal composition but in its production anomaly. Regular pennies from that year were made of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. However, only a handful of the no mint mark proofs escaped the mint's strict quality control. These coins were supposed to be destroyed, but a few found their way into collectors' hands, elevating their historical and monetary worth. Collectors and experts have long debated how many of these 1990 no mint mark pennies truly exist. Estimates vary, but the consensus remains that only a limited number were ever released. This extreme scarcity is what fuels their enormous demand at auctions, where every known example becomes the center of intense bidding wars among numismatists. The discovery of this rare coin made headlines in the early 1990s, as collectors across the nation began checking their proof sets in search of this rare treasure. The excitement and mystery surrounding its origin added to its allure, with some believing it was an unintentional mint oversight, while others speculated it might have been a deliberate error. Regardless, its historical importance remains unmatched among modern Lincoln cents. In terms of value, the 1990 no mintmark Lincoln penny has achieved astonishing prices in auctions and private sales. Depending on its condition and authenticity, this coin has fetched as much as $1.68 million, a staggering figure for a 1-cent piece. Its value continues to rise with time, driven by rarity, condition, and collector demand. Beyond monetary worth, the 1990 Lincoln penny without mintmark stands as a remarkable symbol of minting precision and the unpredictable charm of human error. It reminds collectors that even a minor oversight can create a masterpiece worth millions. The coin also holds sentimental value as a link between the historical artistry of the Lincoln design and the evolving technology of modern minting. Today, the 1990 Lincoln penny remains a highly sought-after collectible, preserved in specialized coin holders by experts who appreciate its rarity. Its legacy endures as one of the most captivating modern coin mysteries, bridging the past and present of American numismatic history, and symbolizing how a small copper piece can become a legend worth millions. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2003, holds a unique place in American coinage for its subtle yet significant variations that caught the attention of collectors worldwide. Struck without a mintmark, this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally leaves coins unmarked. Its design features Abraham Lincoln's famous portrait on the obverse, a symbol of integrity and leadership that has represented American currency for more than a century. However, certain rare 2003 pennies without mintmarks have become incredibly valuable due to minting errors and their near-perfect preservation. The 2003 Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny carried a simple yet powerful message of liberty and national pride. While millions were struck for circulation, a very small number of 2003 coins showed striking irregularities that make them stand out in the numismatic world. These slight differences have elevated their value far beyond their original 1-cent denomination. During the 2003 production, most pennies were made using copper-plated zinc, continuing the composition introduced in 1982. However, a few experimental strikes and accidental errors led to unique surfaces and color tones. Some collectors have reported double-die obverse, off-center strikes, and planchet variations in the 2003 series. Such features add a fascinating depth to this modern coin, as even the tiniest minting deviation can turn an ordinary cent into a piece worth a fortune. Collectors value the 2003 Lincoln penny without mintmark not only for its rarity but also for its historical continuity. The absence of a mintmark connects it to earlier Philadelphia issues that shared the same clean, unmarked style. When these coins are found in pristine, uncirculated condition, their luster and sharp details captivate even the most experienced numismatists. Many of these coins were discovered accidentally by everyday people, tucked away in change jars or inherited coin collections. Another feature that increases the desirability of the 2003 Lincoln penny is its clean strike and fine engraving, which reveal the intricate details of Lincoln's hair and facial features. This precision, combined with the rarity of error-free examples, makes this coin highly sought after in auctions. Some varieties even exhibit unique metal tones or strike doubling, adding a mysterious charm to their visual appearance. Collectors around the world continue to search for these rare 2003 pennies, hoping to uncover one of the few known valuable examples. Over the years, numismatic experts have verified that only a handful of 2003 Lincoln pennies without mintmarks possess the characteristics needed to command extraordinary prices. Coins that show strong strikes, flawless surfaces, and sharp detailing are considered premium. The rarity of these coins in perfect condition is what drives their value upward, making them treasures in the world of coin collecting. Some 2003 pennies are also believed to have been struck on planchets meant for earlier or foreign coins, creating rare transitional errors. These rare mint anomalies, when authenticated by grading agencies such as PCGS or NGC, can drastically increase the market value. Enthusiasts and professional collectors alike compete to secure these gems whenever they appear at major auctions. The 2003 Lincoln penny without mint mark has been recorded to reach an incredible auction value of $740,000, depending on its condition and rarity. This price reflects not just its metal content, but its status as a collectible artifact of American minting history. Such coins are typically kept in graded holders, ensuring their authenticity and protection. The staggering value achieved by some specimens demonstrates how modern-era coins can rival older classics in desirability.